While I was undergoing chemotherapy for my cancer in Taiwan, an old friend of mine who is a serial entrepreneur came to me with a problem at his latest startup. He had already founded and sold off several successful consumer technology companies, but as he grew older, he wanted to do something more meaningful. That is, he wanted to build a product that would serve the people that technology startups had often ignored. Both my friend and I were entering the age at which our parents needed more help going about their daily lives, and he decided to design a product that would make life easier for the elderly. What he came up with was a large touchscreen mounted on a stand that could be placed next to an elderly person's bed. On the screen were a few simple and practical apps connected to services that elderly people could use. Ordering food delivery, playing their favorite soap operas on the TV, calling their doctor, and more. Older people often struggle to navigate the complexities of the internet or to manipulate the small buttons of a smartphone, so my friend made that as simple as possible. All the apps required just a couple of clicks, and he even included a button that let the elderly users directly call up a customer service agent to guide them through using their device. It sounded like a wonderful product, one that would have a real market right now. Sadly, there are many adult children in China and elsewhere who are too busy with work to devote time to taking care of their aging parents. They may experience a sense of guilt about the importance of filial piety, but when it comes down to it, they just don't feel they can find the time to care for their parents in an adequate way. The touchscreen would make for a nice substitute. But after deploying a trial version of his product, my friend discovered he had a problem. Of all the functions available on the device, the one that received by far the most use wasn't the food delivery, TV controls, or doctor's consultation. It was the customer service button. The company's customer service representatives found themselves overwhelmed by a flood of incoming calls from the elderly. What was going on here? My friend had made the device as simple as possible to use. Were his users still unable to navigate the one-click process on screen? Not at all. After consulting with the customer service representatives, he found that people weren't calling in because they couldn't navigate the device. They were calling simply because they were lonely and wanted someone to talk to. Many of the elderly users had children who worked to ensure that all of their material needs were met. Meals were delivered, doctor's appointments were arranged, and prescriptions were picked up. But once those material needs were taken care of, what these people wanted more than anything was true human contact, another person to trade stories with and relate to.